Hi guys, hope you're all doing well, staying safe out there. Bless Lily here with another pick a card reading. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at the next romantic partner that's coming into your life. So we're going to be finding out who they are, what they look like, anything and everything that the cards are going to be willing to tell us. And as a little bonus, I'm going to try and see when they could be coming into your life. So make sure you guys stick until the end of your option. And of course, remember that this is a general reading, yes? So be discerning and only take what really does resonate with you. And if it doesn't, just leave it out on the table. So without further ado, let's go ahead, take a look at today's options. Option number 1, you guys get the amethyst crystal. Option number 2, pink quartz wants to be your crystal today. And option number 3, you guys get the sandstone. So see which crystal you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it. You know the drill. If you guys need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video because we're going to go ahead get started with option number 1. Option number 1, hi and welcome to your reading, my darlings. If you were drawn to the amethyst, let's find out who your next romantic partner is. And at the end of your option, I'm going to try and figure out when you guys could be meeting them. So make sure you stick around until the end. So your next romantic partner, option number 1. Let's see who they are, what they're all about. 9 of Wands coming through over here. All right, so this is definitely somebody who's quite passionate. Your next romantic partner, they're showing me this is somebody who has a very strong willpower. They stand for what they believe in, okay? They don't care who's watching. They don't care who has an issue with them. Once they love you, once they want to be with you, they are going to make it happen. So for some of you, it could be that you might meet your future romantic partner. I don't know, I was almost about to say future spouse. Oh my God, guys, it could be your future spouse. I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see, right? But you could be meeting your romantic partner, your next romantic partner at work, and it could be that, you know, it's like kind of frowned upon to date at work, but they don't care because there's an energy of somebody who's passionate and they never hide. They never hide you. They never hide the people that they like. They never hide the people that they love. They never hide their friends. It's like they're very, like they're ready for anything with the 9 of Wands. And it could quite possibly be that they might have a military background. It doesn't necessarily mean that they went to war or anything like this. Okay, but it could be for some of them that they did, but they might have gone to like Navy school or army or any other like, I don't know, military establishment. Yeah, they're very tender and passionate at the same time, guys. Literally tender and passionate. It could be that they have a lot of younger people interested in them. I don't know what it is. It's this, you know, when somebody's like really good looking and charismatic and you have young and old people just like really wanting to get to know them and wanting to be with them. It could be that, you know, because they're going to choose you, like it's going to make a lot of people jealous. But again, like your next romantic partner, they don't care whether male or female. They don't feel guilty because they don't like somebody who likes them, right? They know what they want. And in this particular case, option number 1 is going to be you. It's going to be you that they're going to want. Okay, let's take a closer. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, literally just confirming everything that I have just said. It could be somebody you work with, maybe from another office, and maybe they're going to get a transfer. If you guys are studying at uni at this particular moment, or you have some sort of course, it could be somebody you meet during this course of study. Your next romantic partner, he or she is a lot of fun, and they have like this energy of a fighter. Not in a fighter like aggressive, but a warrior, you know, somebody who doesn't give up. So at the beginning, you might be like, okay, I don't know if we should be together. I don't know if like what other people are going to say and so on and so forth, but they don't care. Like once they know that they want you, that's it. They want you. And you're getting somebody, guys, who has a fantastic sense of humor. Okay? They might have a really weird sense of humor. Some people might not get them, but you will, because you're laughing your beautiful bum off over here. Literally. And you know, I'm getting somebody who's very tactile, somebody who likes to touch you and caress you and kiss you. And when it comes to sex, it's something that's wild and very sensual over here. And once again, I'm getting somebody who could be a policeman, yeah, who could be, I don't know, there's this energy of maybe somebody even working for the government. Somebody who's in the Navy, military, Navy, maybe for some of you it's a fire, oh my gosh. Firefighter, there we go. Forgot the word. It's like somebody who fights fire. Yeah, firefighter. Okay. Let's get more details. Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited for you, honestly. Let's get more details. Maybe let's take a look at the physical appearance. And my darlings, yeah, I keep saying this in every reading. This is a general reading. If the appearance doesn't resonate with you, leave it. But if it does, take it. Take it. Let's take a look. Physical appearance, next romantic partner. Okay, so beautiful dark complexion. With pentacles is usually somebody who's mixed race or with a darker complexion, very smooth skin. Yeah. It looks like they like their food. So I don't see anybody skinny, but I see it's either with men, it's somebody who's quite muscular, lean. With ladies, it's somebody quite voluptuous. Yeah, like she will have really nice breasts. She'll have like, there's something about rounds, like, you know, having this gorgeous like silhouette. Beautiful. Somebody who might like gold. They might have beautiful brown golden eyes. Brown golden hair. For some of you, I'm seeing like honey colored hair. Wow. Honey colored hair. For some of you, it's jet black hair. Okay, let's get more details on how they look. Somebody who's incredibly tanned, guys. Like, you know, this is like somebody who looks like a god or a goddess. Like, imagine a Greek goddess or Greek god. Like, this is what they look like. They look younger than they are. They really do. Maybe that's why they're attracting a lot of younger, I want to almost say fans. Honestly, they might have a following. Some of you, you might have like somebody who might be a teacher. Yeah. Or somebody who's like some sort of guidance counselor and advisor, and I see like a lot of young people around them, but you know, it's not like young like children. I mean, it's like young people. And it could be that for some of you it's like somebody who's like a boss or somebody who's a teacher, and they just have a lot of these girls and boys like, oh my god, this is Mr. blah 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 or Mrs. blah blah blah, and they're so hot and they're so attractive. But I'm getting somebody who's very playful. You know, so they might look serious when they're thinking about something, and then they open their mouth, and then they start telling a joke, and then you can feel the warmth of this person. And it looks like they tan very easily, and just the contrast of like, I don't know, they're telling me they might have really white teeth. I don't know, they might be into really like teeth whitening. And I don't know why, but I just remembered Ross from Friends. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there was this one episode where he gets his teeth whitened to the point where they're just glowing in the dark. I don't know why that came into my mind, but it could quite possibly be that maybe sometimes they overdo it with teeth whitening. But they're very attractive, very appealing, They tend to kind of maybe experiment with their style. Yeah. Maybe like try different things, try different haircuts, hairdos, especially ladies, especially ladies. But men as well in this pile. Okay, one more card for the looks. Again, guys, youthful energy, youthful, playful energy. If we're talking about men, a lot of sexual energy that's coming through over here. A lot of ambitious, like a lot of ambitious vibes. It could quite possibly be that this is somebody who's very well traveled, yeah, or they could be, mixed race. Coming from different places, seeing a lot of faces. Could be a language teacher for some of you, or somebody who speaks different language. Let's take a look at a couple of cards over here to find out what sort of relationship you guys will have. And then we'll take a look at when you're most likely to meet this person. But I keep saying, guys, that, if you really want to know about your person, I always recommend personal readings. Because then I can take a look at, when you will meet, how you will meet, what do they look like, what sort of relationship you guys are going to have. So at the beginning, it might start off as, you feeling incredibly different. But you will have a lot in common. This is so interesting. You will feel that you have a lot of differences, and at first you might be like, oh, I don't know. But there's something about memories, like they're showing me you talking about memories, and you realize that you have so many things in common. And the first impression might be completely off for both of you. And then look at this. Like I was saying, there's a lot of passion, very touchy-feely, a lot of passion, a lot of sexual energy, a lot of sensual pleasures that are coming through over here. And fun, again, fun. Look at this, having a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be fun because for a lot of you, there's an energy of kind of feeling mischievous, right? Kind of feeling mischievous, kind of doing things you wouldn't normally do in this particular relationship. It could be that both of you might have been in the past in a codependent relationship. And it could be that both of you are going to be getting out of those codependent tendencies. Supporting one another. This is a beautiful energy of a supportive relationship. And like I said at the beginning, I think it could be like the chemistry is one-sided. I think they might like you first. And then you realize like, oh, okay, hold on, there's something there. Because maybe they come from a different place and you're like, okay, you know what? We have nothing in common. And then as the time goes by, you're like, we have so much in common. Even if you're from different places, from different cultures. And it's beautiful. All right, let me see if this, for some of you, it could be your future spouse. Since at the beginning, I was very drawn to say that this is your future spouse. Let me see, is it your future spouse for some of you? For some of you, it's your soulmate, that's for sure, because they're giving me an energy of a soulmate. You might be choosing between two people. Between this person and another person, or they might have a brother or a cousin, or even an identical twin. But it's just showing me a lot of fun, and you taking like a completely different approach to relationships. But it's just going to be so much fun, you guys, honestly. When you're just in a good mood, you're not taking things too seriously, okay? You're just having fun, you're enjoying each other's presence. But for some of you, this is definitely your soulmate, which of course could lead them to, be your future spouse. But what a beautiful energy. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at when they could be coming into your life. Isn't this exciting? When can you possibly meet them? Option number one. Well, when will you meet your next romantic partner? They're like, wait. Wait, okay. Yes, keep waiting. It's worth the wait. All right. It could be, literally, guys, for some of you, maybe some of you ask, like, I might already know them. And it could be yes. Like, if now, while I was shuffling, you had this idea, this is especially for you. That yes, you already know them. You already, like, this is the person that you're thinking about. And they will be coming, like, through soon. Like, making themselves, like, making their feelings known. And for others of you, there's still an energy of doing some healing over here, right? Realigning your chakras and reconsidering a lot of things. But here comes the romance and this saying, oh, look at this, remain positive, it's up to you. My darlings, I don't see this, and this is a timeless reading, but I don't see this with like this is the chakra energy over here. I don't see this being longer than 7 months. No longer than 7 months. But they're saying it's up to you, can be even faster, because it really does depend on you, whether you remain positive and whether you open up. And it could be that some of you might be meeting, I don't know, is it a surgical school, surgical course, or something to do with research, something to do with improving health. And like I said, my darlings, if you want to know more, it's always a good idea to opt for a personal reading. All right, my darlings, claim the magical energy of this reading down in the comments below. It helps you manifest. It helps you attract this next romantic person into your life. Like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And it really does do a lot, you guys. So, you know, if you're passing by, if, you know, just hit that like button. It's very much appreciated. And if you guys are up for a personal read, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Take care of your beautiful, wonderful selves now. Bye. Option number 2, if you guys were drawn to the pink quartz, and welcome to your reading. Get comfy, my darlings, because we're about to take a look at your next romantic partner. And make sure you stick until the end of your reading, because we're also going to be finding out when you guys are most likely to meet this person. All right, let's do this. Let's take a look at your next romantic partner. Option number 2, who they are, what they look like, what they're all about. Okay, the same card. Oh, this is beautiful. All right, I want to draw 3 cards for you. Okay, right, so we got the moon. So you guys could be dealing with Pisces over here. So I'm definitely seeing somebody who's dreamy. Honestly, this is the word. This is the word that came through, dreamy. I feel that this is going to be the yin to your yang. So if you guys are in a very feminine energy, your next romantic partner is going to be with this masculine energy, and vice versa, okay? So if this energy over here, my darlings, this person, your next romantic partner, is going to get you excited. For a lot of you, this incredible person is going to be very much about how you've envisioned them, how you've imagined them. So if you guys have been doing a lot of manifesting when it comes to the moon magic, and when it comes to maybe making some sort of love spells or healing, whatever it is you've been doing, you've been trying to heal, there's definitely an energy that first, that they're coming soon with the Nine of Wands, and second, that this is with the moon something that's magical, something that's, it will feel really like serene. It feels almost unreal. So your person could have something to do with popularity, with being famous, with Hollywood. They could be French or part French. Yeah, they could speak French, right? They could be from Canada, but they could speak French, or they could be from, one of the other countries where French is spoken. But there's definitely an energy that this person, your next romantic partner, gets you all excited. This is the person who gives you butterflies. This is, when you touch, you get this, the dzing, the zzz, that wowza, that wow factor. And very similar to option number one, this is somebody who is very tactile. So their love language is going to be very much about wanting to touch you. And this is somebody who will give you a lot of compliments. They give you a lot of compliments. Somebody who's quite patient. They are quite patient. And I'm seeing somebody wealthy, guys. Wealthy. And maybe even, when you have somebody with an aristocratic maybe background or a really good upbringing, somebody who went to a really nice prestigious school, university, they might have a prestigious job. They might be connected to a lot of people. But with the moon, it's the vibe of somebody who can talk beautifully. And it could be somebody who's very well versed when it comes to psychology as well. So it's kind of like they see through you. They see through you. Remember that Nicki Minaj song, You See Right Through Me? This is the type of vibe that's coming through over here. Okay. Show me a little bit more about your next romantic partner. And then we're going to take a look at how they look like, yeah? Their physical appearance. Very smart. Somebody who might be working as a bank or at a bank, as a bank, at a bank, or as a banker. This is what I wanted to say, as an investor. And again, they keep giving me this energy of somebody with manners. When somebody has really good manners. When they open the door for you, when they give you their hand to help you get out of the car. But at the same time, sometimes they can be quite ruthless. When they need to act, they act. But it has a lot to do with their career. It has a lot to do with their career. Okay. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well as Pisces. Let's take a look at their physical appearance, yeah? Your next romantic partner, option number 2, physical appearance. And remember that this is a general reading, yeah? Another 9 of Wands, okay. So we're getting somebody tall over here. Guys, literally, look at this beautiful, tall person, yeah? Somebody who's incredibly attractive because, again, you got here somebody who's looking at them, here somebody who's looking at them. It's like somebody who's quite popular. Your next romantic partner, they have this beautiful body and they're in demand. They're popular. And quite tall. Tall, and they have this, they don't have a hunchback, but they have this really straight spine. A really nice posture. Long, beautiful nails. Very well kept nails. This is what's coming through for both males and females. So I am seeing somebody slender over here. So this is, somebody who's tall and slender. Could be, again, bilingual. Might have different color eyes for some of you. They're literally telling me like different color eyes. For some of you, I'm getting, guys, with somebody with gray hair, salt and pepper hair. Yeah. Obviously, bear in mind the age of the person and your age and so on and so forth. For some of you, it's dark blonde with beautiful blue eyes. When we're talking about women, oh my gosh, like honestly, somebody who just is like takes care of them of herself. Like everything is down to the T, the makeup, the hair, the looks, like somebody who really takes care of themselves. Both for males and females, they absolutely love accessories, rings, bracelets, hair clips, hats. For some of you, you guys could be getting, your next romantic partner, they could be wearing glasses. Yeah, for some of you, it's reading glasses. For others of you, there is literally an obsession with sunglasses. I mean, really, it's going to be like this person might have like a pair of sunglasses for each day of the week. Not even joking, but this is something that they like, so it's something that they could afford. Like, they have their own thing. They like gold. Yellow gold, white gold, pink gold, but like gold as metal. Again, there's this energy where sometimes they like to be by themselves. Women like to wear this really long gowns. Men dress formally, like dress formally over here. Smart casual, formal dresses. Somebody who likes to invite people for celebrations, invite people for drinks, invite people for all sorts of things. This is somebody who has this hedonistic vibe. In a sense that they like to enjoy life. Okay, you and your next romantic partner, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the sort of relationship that you guys are going to have, and then we'll see when they're coming into your life. It's very interesting energies that are coming through over here. So it looks like both of you are going to be maturing through this relationship. There's something about becoming wiser. There's something about becoming like blossoming over here. And when it comes to maturity, it could be an indication that you're going to be staying with this person for a very long time. Because with the Empress, it could quite possibly indicate that you guys are going to like be pregnant, get pregnant. If you don't want children, disregard this comment, yeah? Obviously, if you're 14 and you're hearing this, then it's not meant for you. Okay, show me why there's mystery. Moon, mystery, some sort of secrets. Show me. Healing trust issues, big time. Healing trust issues. Being able to talk to one another. I think it's this vibe where you might have be afraid that, if they know the truth about you or your past, they might dislike you, but it's actually going to do the opposite. Right? It's actually going to do the opposite. With the healing over here and self-love. Yeah, you're opening up. A lot of you guys are very guarded over here, and you stop listening to other people, and they're telling me that you guys are opening up. Like this deep, long, beautiful conversations by the fireplace, or looking at the moon. Show me more the type of relationship. Yeah. Kinky sex life. Very kinky sex life. This is how I'm going to read this card here. Because you're showing me that you guys are going to be in balance. But when it comes to, I don't know, you guys might be having like some interesting fantasies in the bedroom where you want to be controlled or you want to be dominated and all sorts of things. And it's like you find a way to make it work. So what might be weird to some people, for you, you're making it work. And it's like, it's good for you. So it's, again, the yin to your yang. It's this energy of balance. Show me more. It's a very positive relationship because, like, your next romantic partner, yourself, you kind of mirror one another. So it does have this soulmate vibe going on over here, but it gives you a lot of like perspective on who you are in a very positive aspect. Like you're seeing yourself differently. You're more accepting of yourself. And there's this energy of forgiveness. Like where you forgive a lot of things and you release a lot of things. We have very similar dreams, and you guys are incredibly flirty. Like you flirt with one another like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, and look at this. For most of you, it's true love. Like I said, for quite a few of you, this could be the one. This could be the one you want to have children with. This could be the one that you want to stay for a while with, to say the least. For some of you, it's somebody you want to stay forever with, somebody you're going to marry. Because this is like, has this really nice energy. Okay, why don't we go ahead and find out when this person is coming into your life? Option number 2. Your next romantic partner, when are they coming into your life? They're saying it's an unlikely romance, and it could be that you could be meeting them next to a hospital or in like, I don't know, it's this energy of like setting of like a medical facility of some sort, and they're like, it's an unlikely romance that starts. It's like it happens out of nowhere, and it helps you improve health. So let's take a look. When? They're telling me that you're getting better after something. Maybe a little minor operation, or maybe you went to visit somebody, or maybe sometimes this could indicate a yoga studio, right? So if you guys do yoga, if you guys do Pilates, or if you guys maybe work at a hospital, they're telling me it's an unlikely romance. So it could be between a doctor and a patient. Yeah, it could be between, I don't know, you name it. But it's happening in the near future. And they're telling me, like in this particular deck, near future is 3 to about 5-6 months. So it's coming in very soon for a lot of you, my darlings. And they keep saying the situation will improve. It will have a great effect on your health. And it's such a fantastic energy. Make sure you claim it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know the drill. Hit that notification button so you, my darlings, don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. If you're up for a personal reading, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take beautiful care of your fantastic selves. Bye now. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading, my darlings. If you were drawn to the sandstone over here, get comfy. Let's find out all about your next romantic partner. And make sure you stick until the end of your reading, because I will be taking a look at when you guys could be meeting this next romantic partner. Alright, you guys ready? Let's do this. I think you just wanted to jump out. Literally wanted to jump out. Okay. Looks like your next romantic partner can't wait to meet you either. Let's take a look. Option number 3, next romantic partner. Who they are. Somebody who's incredibly deep. The High Priestess, she is all about intuition. She is all about gaining access to knowledge that a lot of people don't have that don't have access to. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody who's very influential. I'm seeing somebody who is mysterious, very attracted to mystical things. I'm seeing a lot of sacred geometry, sacred knowledge that's coming through over here. Maybe somebody who works with crystals, somebody who works with the body. It could be somebody who's maybe a massage therapist. Could be somebody who's a doctor. It could be somebody who deals with astrology a lot. Yeah, somebody who's very hard to read. Like you look at them. This could be somebody who deals with psychology, by the way, as well. Because psychologists, they're very hard to read. They have this presence to them, especially when we're talking about women, it's almost out of this world. And when we're talking about men, it's this energy of like they're very good when it comes to keeping secrets, especially their own. That doesn't mean that they're going to hide things from you. It just means that they're not somebody who goes blah blah around. They're going to be an open book, but only to the select few. This is what I keep hearing. An open book, but only to the select few. Somebody who could be born in February or on the 2nd. Aquarius energy is coming through very strongly. Very inquisitive. Somebody who's quite curious, inquisitive mind. Yeah, somebody who might deal and analyze a lot of data. Yeah, this could be somebody who's a researcher, somebody who has to analyze a lot of data in order to create some sort of reports. At the same time, they're also showing me somebody who might work in a theater. They're looking for you. They're looking for love. They have almost lost a lot of hope over here. They have almost lost all of their hope over here. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have the Hermit energy. Okay, so for some of you guys, it is coming through that they're going to see you maybe through social media first. And there's this vibe where they're fascinated by you. They look at your picture, they look at your energy, and they're just fascinated. They're like, oh my gosh, do you see, like, I don't know why they keep calling you an angel. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this energy of like, you look like an angel, you sound like an angel, you have this angelic energy. And again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, they just see something within you that other people don't see, and it's so mysterious. And I'm being very drawn to the candles right now, so it could be that your next romantic partner is somebody who adores candles, candlelit dinners, candles here, special lightning. So there could also be somebody who deals with lightning effects, by the way, or somebody who practices candle magic, or it could also be, you know, somebody who's a practitioner, somebody who reads tarot, maybe works with runes, somebody who could be a writer as well, a very kind soul, a very kind, compassionate, caring, and understanding soul. Even if they're really young, there's still an energy like they know a lot. And there's somebody who's an incredibly fast learner. An incredibly fast learner. So it does look like they're going to see you before you see them. It could be on social media. It could be, I don't know if you guys have your pictures anywhere else. It could quite possibly be, because this is a general reading, that maybe you are some sort of model. Yeah, like maybe like a stock, like they're showing me a stock photo model. And maybe they see you in an ad, or they see you in some sort of video, or they see you maybe on YouTube. Even if you have a YouTube video, they see you and there's something about you that just mesmerizes them. And they almost feel like, this is the sort of person I've been looking for. Because once again, they're intuitive and something connects in their head. And it could be that, you know, you guys are at a distance at first with your next romantic partner, but it does look like he or she will take that chance, will take that leap of faith and maybe travel to meet you. Be like, I don't care, I gotta try. And this is the sort of person that your next romantic partner is. That they try, they take their chances. They don't want to be like living and wondering what if. They might have a bit of this fear of missing out. So they're like, I'm not going to wonder, I'm just going to go and see. Exactly, and there they are, coming to see you by train maybe. It's 7 on the 7th. You guys could have been born on the 7th, by the way, as well. Virgo energy coming through, by the way. I don't know, I can't remember if I mentioned it. But yeah, it looks like somebody who could be maybe a little while away from you. Yeah, but with the 7 of Wands, and especially in this particular deck, this is somebody who's always going to be happy to see you. If we're talking about a man, he has this gentleman vibe to him. Yeah, but at the same time, he can be very mischievous, very mischievous. He might grab your bum, yeah, when you're out in public, or he might say like some dirty joke. So it's kind of like this beautiful mix. But once you get to know him or her, it's like a completely different person, honestly. Like first you see them and this is somebody who might be serious, hard to read, chiseled features. We'll talk about how they look like in a second, but I don't know what it is, but this energy just gets me really excited. Really excited. And this person does have a very strong connection to outer worlds, guys. Not that they're like delusional or anything like this, but they actually do have like some sort of special connection. Not a lot of people understand. Again, a strong vibe of some sort of train ride. Train. Something about trains. Maybe they travel a lot by train. Maybe you guys will meet on a train. I don't know what it is. Interesting. But sometimes, like, you know, this person could be a workaholic, a bit of a workaholic with the 10 of Wands. They take on a little bit too much sometimes, yeah? Take on too much. But it could be one of the coping mechanisms that they have, to be honest with you. And look at this. Somebody who doesn't take themselves too seriously. They're very in harmony with themselves. A great sense of humor, and definitely they are somebody who puts an effort in when it comes to, you know, taking a lady out on a date, and somebody who puts an effort in to get to know somebody. Like they're quite thoughtful, like especially when it comes to presents, especially when it comes to making like, you know, little gestures to show that they care. They're quite thoughtful. And they can really lift up your spirits, lift up your mood with this full energy. And somebody who loves animals. Like your next romantic partner, I'm not going to be surprised if they might have like a dog and a cat, a parrot, and maybe even a pet tarantula. And then all of you be like, no, Blush Lily, you just ruined it for me. Don't worry, you can negotiate about the tarantula, yeah? But I'm just saying that they are quite unique. They're quite interesting. Like they have this interesting personality, an interesting persona, and there's more to them than what meets the eye. So let's take a look at what meets the eye. Your next romantic partner, what do they look like? Yeah? What do they look like? Physical appearance, your next romantic partner. Okay, my darlings, if we're talking about men, we're talking about somebody who definitely have some sort of mustache over here, or they might have a beard, right? Again, somebody who has chiseled features, right? Very sharp features, maybe like a strong nose over here. For some of you, I'm getting somebody maybe from the Middle East, you know, with this nice, beautiful, big nose. Yeah, very like defined features. Beautiful jawline. For quite a few of you, very dark brown eyes. Very dark brown eyes. If we're talking about females, the same thing, but without the beard, obviously, yeah? I don't know. You guys might be into sort of different things, but, you know, women don't have beards over here. Yeah, but women do have very long hair. Very long hair over here. For some of you guys, we could be talking about somebody who's ginger, right? Because, and again, we have all the animals over here. Look at this. Could be ginger with freckles, but in all honesty, again, I keep saying that this is a general reading, guys, and the majority over here, this is somebody who has very dark brown eyes, brown hair, or maybe red hair, reddish hair, like freckles, ginger. Show me more. Something about a nose, like really nice nose. It might not be like the standard of beauty, but it fits them. And again, they're quite unique, guys. So I wouldn't, for option number 3, I wouldn't expect the standard idea of beauty. But for you, you'll be like, my gosh, this person is so freaking attractive. For quite a few, we have somebody who's quite tall. For men watching this, you're gonna love the curves of the woman. You know, it's like this, they're kind of telling me, the cards are kind of telling me that, you know, it's this energy where you kind of love everything about the person. Some of you guys could be Leo, or your future partner could be Leo. Your next romantic partner could be Leo. Quite chivalrous, loyal. If we're talking about men, coming back to men, there's an energy of having like really nice hands. Somebody who could work for themselves, by the way. Or be in a family business, like all of those family cards came through. They might be working as real estate agent as well, or somebody who advises on real estate. They show that you will look quite similar. So however you look like, you know, like they're saying that they will look similar to you. So if you, oh, and curly hair. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Curly or wavy hair. For some of them, it's like this hair that's really hard to tame. Like this big hair. Something about hair in this pile. Looking like a lion. Maybe they're gonna roar like a lion as well. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at the relationship that you guys are going to have with your next romantic partner. Is it something serious, or is it just somebody who's passing by? Wow, okay. Releasing the codependent relationship. So it looks like this person could be coming in to bring you a lot of clarity about yourself. Yeah. Empowering you. cutting the cords over here, because it could be that some sort of codependent relationship has literally destroyed you. Yeah, my darlings. Looks like you've been through a lot. And for some of you out there, I know that, my darlings, you've been struggling with divorces or being lonely for a very long time. And this person, they're like, I want to come through to remind you that you have this magician energy, right? You might be thinking that like you have nothing for people to be envious about, like when we're talking about your looks and we're talking about what your skills are. And it looks like this person is coming through, your next romantic partner, to remind you how freaking fantastic you are, how many skills you have. And look at this, people are looking at you, but you don't see. So it's almost like they're coming through to give you this energy and to help you break free from a codependent relationship patterns. A romantic, look at this, like I was talking, wasn't I talking about candles? And look at this, candles came through. It's to bring romance into your life. It's to make you start believing in fairy tales almost. And you know, we live in a real world and it's not about fairy tales, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just need somebody to come through to make us believe again. And it looks like this relationship, it's going to be working both ways, obviously. It's not just them making the effort, it's you making the effort as well to make them feel good. But it looks like you're both doing a fantastic job because you're submerged in the energy of romance. You're submerged into the energy of being in love and feeling all sorts of beautiful things. They're giving me a lot of smells over here. So some of you guys might really like the smell of lavender, really like the smell of roses, really like the smell of lilies. Yeah, maybe scented candles are coming through. For some of you, I'm seeing a beautiful bath with loads and loads and loads of bubbles, right? With candles, maybe nice music, you know, that sort of thing. Where you know you like it, they know that you like it, they do it for you, you do it for them, you know what I mean? You're both putting in the effort to make one another feel special. And it's filled with passion. Do you see this? Do you see how insane you drive one another? Because there has to be something that happens after the bubble bath, right? And there we go. The chemistry over here, when we're talking about, you know, your bedroom affairs, your bedroom shenanigans, is quite nice. A lot of people, they have different sexual desires, but it looks like you guys are clicking with this person. And you feel very, very much accepted and very comfortable. Very much accepted and very comfortable. This person might be somebody who actually studied sexology and knows that all of this stuff that we see on like internet and TV, it's just a bunch of BS. And it's very, not even very, it's incredibly harmful for people's self-esteem, for people's sex lives, because in real life, it's not like that at all. And we try to reproduce those things and we end up being unhappy. But here what I'm seeing is like you and your next romantic partner, you kind of understand that it's all a bunch of BS and you create your own kind of little universe where you have sex the way that you want to have sex, where you have your relationship the way you want to have your relationship. And it's very liberating over here. And when we're talking about forgiveness, it's a beautiful energy. Yeah, look at this. Forgiveness of regrets you did in the past. Forgiveness of regrets you did in the past. And again, opening up and discovering what your true gifts are over here. For both of you. You act as mirrors towards one another. Your self-worth increases and you realize what your gifts are, because you guys might have some talents and it could be that this person is coming through to help you discover those talents. Okay, let's take a look on this treasure. this treasure of a next romantic partner is coming into your life. When are they coming into your life? They're showing me during a time where you're reconsidering a lot of things and you're reaching out for help. You're learning to talk about something, yeah? And again, it could be somebody who helps you. It could be somebody who somehow helps you. Show me the timeline, please. They're like, don't stop, you're already doing it. Don't stop. They're saying, yeah, you're on the way already. It really isn't that far away. Like, be assertive. This is a general reading, you guys. But, oh my God, look at this. For some of you, it's within the next few weeks. Love it. Love it. Look at this in the confirmation, like, be assertive. Yes. Be assertive. Be assertive. Okay, so for some of you guys, look at this. Next few weeks. Not even next few months, it's next few weeks. They keep saying, like, there's no need for you to worry. Because I feel for a lot of you guys, this is something that's predestined. So make sure you claim the magic of this reading to let the universe know that, like, yeah, that sounds like somebody I'm interested in. So I claim the magic of this reading. Like, share, subscribe, you know the drill, my darlings. It helps the channel grow, helps you, helps with the energetic exchange. If you guys are up for a personal read and you want to find out about your next romantic partner or even your future spouse, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So it's the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content that you won't find anywhere else, where I dive even deeper into your subconscious and your blocks, relationship blocks, abundance blocks, where we explore a lot of things that give you answers, and give you some guidance. So make sure you check it out, because it's only available on Patreon. And of course, additional discounts on personal readings are always a pleasant bonus. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful, amazing selves. Bye now.